Hi guys, welcome back, Average Trainer. This is I think the fifth upload. I think so. Yeah, the fifth upload of battles I'm going to be doing on my site. As I said, I was looking for battles all today, and I got a battle on the Pokemon Wi-Fi Temple on Facebook. It's a good page. You could go and join them. It's a really cool place. A good friend of mine's, Azure Nicolas. We know each other from the Germany site. So he was on battle Pokemon Wi-Fi Temple, asked for a battle. He said, "Sure, we have a battle." And now we passed out some friends' codes and we got into the battle. No, this battle's a bit different. This is a team I was testing out. It's a heal team with assault vest, Reggie's Ice. It did pretty well, but it had some additional things that was wrong. First thing first, I did not put the correct moves on my Reggie's Ice, so my Reggie's Ice only had two moves with the thing. It had Rest and Thunder Wave, and I can't use that using an Assault Vest. And I realized this, I couldn't change that at the point in time, so I had to roll with it. And also, some of the moves on my Carfigurgus, I didn't want on it. I wanted to change it up a bit for this batch. I didn't get to do that, but I went ahead a bit fit. I said, man, I'll just test out the team. But it turned out to be a really interesting match, and that's why I'm bringing it here to you today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, as I said, that's my team. It's a bit of a test team, you know, standard Greninja, standard Mega, Scissors, a setup Heal, Ice Rock, Bomber Snow, and a Sub-Roost Kurum. Yeah, Kurum. Now he has a bit of a decent team, but I realized now that I'm looking back at it, most of his team was really affected by ground. Most of things were lightning type, and I could have used that to my advantage, and I wasn't really studying. As I told you, it was a test team. I wasn't really I was just testing out how the team worked, but it turned into interesting battle. So let's get in the battle and let's show you that went down, boys and girls, whoever you are. I laughed at that. No pants. That was pretty good. So I set up the snow warning with my Bomber Snow. He comes in with his Mega Scissors, thinking that would be the best thing to lead with. He was right. I was kind of scared. I had to switch out my Bomber Snow. Need that to keep the weather running. I go into my Carfigurgus to take wherever this Mega Scissors, that Mega evolving all in my face first turn. What's with people in Mega evolving on my face first turn? Anyway, how he goes for the Bullet Punch. Carfigurgus eats that like cream mashed potatoes and peas. I tell you, Carfigurgus is bulky. I never used a Carfigurgus in my life, but first time using it, I am partly impressed. It was decently. It took that like it was a champion. He goes into Jolters, and I said, these things run Shadow Ball. I went for a bit of this to get the burn on anything. He didn't want to stay in his Mega Scissors and get a burn, trust me. Who loves burn Mega Scissors? No one. So, knowing this, he's gonna do the Shadow Ball. I won't have none of that. I switch out. I go into my Reggie's Ice. What? My Reggie's Ice, boys. And he goes to the Shadow Ball. Watch this damage now. Was that damage? That did nothing. Reggie's Ice just eating it. Yum, yum. He doesn't want none of this. Reggie's Ice pretty much walls his entire team. His entire team gets walled by Reggie's Ice. This thing is just bulky on the special side. He can't take a hit from the physical side, but When it comes to special hits, this thing could take it. Take it all. Goes for the rain dance. I said, setting up with a rain dance? That's interesting. This is the first time I see a Rotom set up with rain dance. It was decently interesting. No, really keep it original, Nicholas. Really keep it original. Now, I go for the ice beam. I took off a decent chunk. So I was saying, I save this for later. I need that. So I could come and take the volt switch or the hydro pump, and I try to get back my snow back in, and I take the volt switch, you know, take it easy peasy lemon squeezy. He goes out. I know what's coming back in. I know. I swear Mega Scissors will come back in here, and he goes into Zapdos. I said, Zapdos? Why are you going into Zapdos? I totally, it skipped my mind. This thing has Heat Wave. Heat Wave. There you go, Heat Wave. And I'm dead. I lose my weather, etc. I lose it. Just because I forgot Zapdos carries Heat Wave. That's just, I was just so stupid back then. It's like, why? I go into Marag's Ice, I could take a Heat Wave, trust me. Super effective. That was a super effective hit from a super effective move from a special attacking Zapdos, and I just murdered it. Murdered it. It was beautiful. Marag's Ice is so buggy. You know, goes back into his scissors. I want none of that. I just does not want to take physical hits. But you know who does? You know who does? My coffin wants to take your hits. Oh yeah. He goes for the bullet punch. Gets the mummy off. His tactician, you know, limiting those bullet punches and what he can do. Configurator's just staying in there, chilling, being. I want to go for the Will-O-Wisp again, but he could predict this and go back into his Jolteon and take it since he's already Willow. But he stays in. My attitude, why? I go for the Willow, I burn this thing. It's burned, it doesn't have its technician. Those bullet punches are going to be doing nothing now. Now, my configurator is pretty low. And I was saying, I really, you know, configuration is really good, but he does not have any recovery outside of rest stalking ones. So that's the bad thing about configuration. He can take a hit or two, but when it comes to recovery, he doesn't have any solid recovery. None of the two of my walls have solid recovery. Reggie Ice doesn't have solid recovery either. It's really terrible. And I just chilling out, just, you know, seeing and being, and goes through the bullet punches. It's just basically at this point is stall at this point. I'm stalling him out until I kill him with my shadow balls. I hit him with the second shadow, I think it's third shadow ball. I'm not watching this batch as I should have, and I take him out. At this point in time, my configuration is pretty low. I was thinking I should go for the rest here. I should rest up, you know, get my health back in. He brings in Thunderous. I was like, no, I have none of that. You know it's coming back out. Reggie's Eyes is coming back out, boy. Reggie's Eyes, boy, I could take that. Thunder, it hits. I could take that, dude. I don't know if I could take another one, though. But he ain't standing in to find out. Goes into his Rotom. I hit it with the Ice Beam. I take it down. Didn't take it out. Was a bit disappointed there. More burn damage wrapping up on me. Goes to the Volt Switch. I think this Volt Switch takes me down. Yeah, it does take me down. And Reggie's Ice, I lost Reggie's Ice there. There was nothing really I could do. I didn't really want to switch into, you know, a Volt Switch. So I let it die. Goes into Jolters. I get the switch advantage here, and I know what he's going in, so I come into my Kyurem. I said, alright, Kyurem's here. I'm going to set up with Kyurem. And no, his team is really revengeable at his range. I could set up with a substitute, hit him with Earth Powers, and his whole team's dead. Earth Powers, Ice Beam, is basically his whole team. But his Jolteon has Roar! I was like, really? Really, dude? we're gonna play this game. And I get roared into the worst thing. Cafrigagus can't take a special hit to save my life. Goes out, go back into Kerm. This time I'm saying, okay, I know he has a roar. And he's gonna get and kill my Cafrigagus. Goes for the Shadow Ball. He's not wasting any time. Cafrigagus gives him beer hell this match. And yeah. I went ahead and take him down. I go for he goes for the second Shadow Ball. I can take those. Don't take them well, but I can take those. I go for the Earth Power. Boom! I take him out with Kyurem. Kyurem's pretty good. For Yu Pokemon, Kyurem's pretty good. A legendary Yu. Now that's something you don't see every day. He goes for the Focus Blast. Now he hits the first Focus Blast. Let's see. Let's play a game. How many Focus Blasts can you hit on the opponent? And that's one. I go for the Mega Evolution right here. Being all badass. Mega Scissors. I go for the Bullet Punch. It takes off a decent chunk, but not enough. He hits a second Focus Blast. Ouch! That took a lot of damage. I don't think it's a special defensive scissors. I really need to train one of those. I think that's one of the best ways to train a Mega Scissors, a special defensive one with Roos. But this wasn't it. So at this point I thought I could outspeed him with Greninja, and I found out, oops, he's Scarfed. And he gets all. I mean, he hasn't missed a Focus Blast. Not one yet. And it was like, really, dude, miss a Focus Miss. Hit a Focus Miss, man. Jeez, brothers, I hit him out with, I had to use my sash. Could I keep that sash for something else? End up using the sash there. Greninja is basically, I go for the Water Sugar and seeing if I could get him take out. Because Water Sugar has priority, and I could take him out from here. I didn't want to miss with a Hydro Pump, so I go for this, and I go for the tree. I was like, tree, just, I didn't need it for it. I was like, no! And I lost. I lost that right there. At that point in time, I said, it's all over. I lost the game. He goes into his patches, which is his Lantern. I go into Cuffergris, my last Pokemon. I can't take a Scald. I can't take those hits. I try to go for the Willow. But as I told you before, I lost this match from here. I wasn't really even in the game anymore. I had rest. I could have used rest there and use it, but it wouldn't make any difference. He has this. He has that. Rotom still in the back. He could have stalled me out pretty well. And plus, things pretty bulky in the special defensive side, Lantern. So that Star War was a loss. So I lost that match. Nicholas, that was a test team. So I really don't count that as a loss. But as I said, a loss is a loss. I post every battle I make now to the site, and it's a loss. So next time when I get a really good team together, Nicholas, I want a rematch, and I'm gonna kick your butt. But thank you guys for watching the battle. You know, rate, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. Later.